Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and thanks for tuning in to another of my Napoleon Total War tournament battles. This is, of course, for my 2,500 subscriber special in light of the new Three Kingdoms Total War title that is coming out, I believe, in May. It was pushed back about a month. And we already have the completion of the tournament with the winner, so I just need to get these videos pumped out to you guys so that you can see the winner for yourself. But we are well through round one here. We've got Red Celt and Raji, Red Sword and Mars God of War, who have already emerged as victors and will be in round two. And in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at Emerald MINESTAR and RIZ battles. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. Alright guys, welcome to the first battle between Emerald MINESTAR and RIZ. We're looking at Emerald MINESTAR's army first. He is playing as the United Netherlands, and he's got 4 units of these Dutch flankers. So he's got 4 units of the heavy line infantry, then he has 2 units of the 12-pounder foot artillery moving right down the center. Here's his other units of line infantry on this side, and then he's also got, I believe, 6 units of the Nassau Jaegers. He's got 2 over here. Then he's got 2 on this far side, and I believe he has 2 with his general as well. And the general is William II, Prince of Orange. And I believe that would be him right there in the center. I think that's him. Or, no, is it this guy? Yeah. Oh my goodness! So it looks like RIZ, playing as Denmark, is actually trying to get some shots off on the general's bodyguard from way back on the other side of the map here. So he does have the two 6-pounder horse artillery set up, and it is unleashing volleys on the Netherlands army as it's moving forwards. But taking a look at what RIZ has brought to the battlefield, he's brought a couple units of line infantry here. Looks like 3 in the front lines. He's also got some militia, and we've got some sharpshooters as well, and he's saving his grenadiers in the final stand with the general's bodyguard, who's just a general staff. And he also has a couple units of light dragoons. I believe he has 1 on either flank. He's got 2 units of sharpshooters, but he's also got some Norwegian ski troops as well. But Emerald MINESTAR is being very aggressive here. He's actually sending 2 units of his Dutch line infantry up to try and take out the Denmark horse artillery. Unfortunately, though, he's really moving up way too far away from the rest of his forces. You can see he's got his 2 units of cannon set up, and it's also protected by 2 units of line infantry. But some really good hits on the artillery there, so Emerald has lost 1 of his cannons and a couple units of his line infantry getting hit by stray shots as well. But here we go. This is not going to be good for the poor Dutch. They are hopelessly outnumbered here, and also the cannons will be able to probably fire canister shot to moderate effect there. Yeah, good volleys, but losing quite a few men in this attack. And we actually have the dragoons on the flanks that have moved up as well. Yeah, it looks like we might actually get them to charge in. I'm not sure if the Dutch are going to break before they get there. Yes, they do. But I'm sure... Oh yeah, there we go, some canister shot there, and that's actually shattered this unit completely. And also, this one is gone from the battlefield as well. So 2 units of line infantry have already been eliminated from this battle. So it's really not looking good for Emerald MINESTAR. The balance of power is well against him at this point. And as I said, his only other 2 units of line infantry are getting depleted by these stray shots from the 6-pounder horse artillery. Hopefully the 12-pounder foot artillery is doing decently. Let's take a look. Yeah, so it looks like this for the 6-pounder, 1 of the cannons has already been eliminated over here, which is good. And same over here, so it looks like RIZ is down to 3 out of 4 on his 6-pounder horse artillery. And we've actually got the militia in the front lines, so well done to RIZ there. He's putting his cheapest units in the front lines, maybe baiting Emerald MINESTAR to fire at that unit. It's kind of a throwaway or cannon fodder. So if he loses the militia, it's really not going to be that bad. Well done to Emerald MINESTAR, though. He's got his Nassau Jaegers here who have deployed their stakes, so that will definitely help defend against the light dragoons. Although he's actually moving forwards away from the defensive formation of the stakes, so that is a little bit risky. However, RIZ is not going to engage the Nassau Jaegers just yet. He's actually pulling his Dragoons back and out of the way. Over here, we also have these stakes deployed as well. The general, how many did he lose in that volley? He lost 4 men. Luckily, the general's bodyguard wasn't killed there. And it looks like actually one of the artillery is trying to fire at him here. But the Nassau Jaegers, again, deploying stakes very defensively. The only problem I see with Emerald MINESTAR's formation is that it's almost split into 4 different groups. And none of these groups are going to be able to support each other should RIZ and his entire army attack one at a time. And to be honest, with these light dragoons, I feel like he could do a decent amount of damage to Emerald MINESTAR's forces, and Emerald MINESTAR has no cavalry to combat that. So the light dragoons would just be able to probably eliminate the cannons very quickly. Wow, huge hit there on the Dutch flankers, or flankier. I believe that would be a French word, flankier. Okay, good. It looks like some of them are getting up, so wasn't as bad as I thought. But again, you have to remember that these are his only 2 units of line infantry. There we go, a huge hit once again into there, and I think another cannon lost for Emerald MINESTAR. So this is really not looking good for him at this point. And RIZ is pretty comfortable. He's kind of just able to sit back and take shots at Emerald MINESTAR's forces. He's not really under any pressure to move forwards just yet. Emerald is actually taking a page out of RIZ's book, trying to go after the general staff here. You can see the cannon shots getting relatively close. But I think this may be a prolonged bombardment phase. So I think I actually might cut it here, and we'll bring it back once we have some actual engagement or moving forwards of the forces. Alright guys, welcome back to the battlefield, and as you can see, we have a bold sally out from Emerald MINESTAR, bringing his last 2 units of line infantry to go after these sharpshooters. Unfortunately, he didn't notice that the dragoons were kind of hidden in the trees over here, and they got a really nice side charge into the Dutch forces. However, this canister shot is absolutely shredding this unit of light dragoons, and they have routed as well. But I think that is a pretty fair trade-off. At the cost of 1 cheap unit of cavalry, 2 units of line infantry have broken, and that leaves Emerald MINESTAR with only 6 units of light infantry and his cannons, which are now completely undefended. So I'd be interested to see if RIZ does bring his light dragoons over here to eliminate these cannons once and for all. However, I believe this one is down to 1 cannon, and this one still has 3. So very, very tough if you are rooting for the United Netherlands. This is putting Emerald MINESTAR in a pretty tough position, because he's only got the light infantry. He's not really going to have anything to combat the cavalry, and also Denmark's line infantry, which is now moving forwards as well. And it looks like those light dragoons have shattered completely. But it looks like a general advance from RIZ's side now. It looks like he is moving forwards most of his forces. The balance of power, again, well within RIZ's favor at this point. And one of the line infantry units did come back, which is good, but unfortunately it is so depleted that it's really not going to pose any threat to the Danish forces. And this final stand over here, this may be the last units left alive on the battlefield. I think that RIZ will probably focus the cannons first, which are quite undefended. Emerald MINESTAR, well done. Good battlefield awareness, bringing his units forwards to try and defend his cannons. And RIZ is actually going to withdraw. Very interesting. I would have just gone right in. I think that the charge would have been able to break both of them. Even at the cost of his cavalry, I think it would have been worth it, because he well outnumbers the United forces on the battlefield at this point. Here we go. Why is this... Is this cannon firing backwards? What is it doing? It's like firing at its own general or something. That's bizarre. Yeah, you probably want to turn that around. Very interesting. And... oh, big hit there. And it looks like this cannon might be facing the wrong way as well. Interesting, interesting. But RIZ is being very calm and collected here, slowly moving his light infantry into position. But I think at this point, he should be able to just all-out charge. Oh, there we go. Looks like some canister shot from the cannons at the militia. But again, not a huge deal if the Danes lose the militia. And here we go. Now we've got the light dragoons quickly running in to eliminate this last Netherlands cannon, or United Provinces cannon. And there we go. Well done. Yeah, absolutely slaughtering them. And they have broken completely, so they will not be returning. This one could still return. It's broken, but it's not shattered. And what is going on over here? Oh, it looked like the Nassau Jägers were moving to defend the cannon, but they were just a little bit too slow. And RIZ is moving his light dragoons back behind friendly lines. I'm interested to see if this cannon actually does return. Or are they glitched out? Looks like they may be frozen. There we go. May have been a little bit of a desync during the battle itself. But at this point, I think that RIZ is just able to move forwards. He's got his grenadiers as well. General actually taking a bit of a beating there, down to half strength. But it looks like there is going to be another little lull in this battle, guys. So I will bring it back to you once we have the engagement of the main Denmark army against the remainders of the United Netherlands. Alright guys, welcome back to the battlefield, and Emerald MINESTAR has sent all 6 of his Nassau Jägers into range to fire down onto the Danish forces. RIZ has brought his cannon up very close, but he hasn't unlimbered it, which is interesting, because he could definitely get some good canister shots into these 2 units of Jägers. But over here as well, we got the Nassau Jägers going toe-to-toe with the sharpshooters and the Norwegian ski troops. And the line infantry is actually focusing down this cannon over here, which is also not unlimbered at this point. But we've got more sharpshooters here. We've got the Norwegian ski troops on this side. And we've got the 6-pounder horse artillery on that flank as well. But all of his line infantry is again being held in reserve along with the militia. And whereabouts are the grenadiers? Yeah, they are over on this flank. So I think he's going to try and completely flank the Dutch forces and maybe hit them from the side. We've actually also got the United Provinces general getting hit a little bit there. So he's going to have to be careful. I think he is trying to rally these units of Nassau Jägers, which are starting to lose against the Norwegian ski troops, and especially now that the cannon is unlimbered, it is just ripping through this unit of Nassau Jägers. And actually, is this one unlimbered now as well? It is. And they are probably getting so many kills on these 2 units that are clumped together. And they're loading their muskets. Taking quite some time. I wonder if they're out of range. They shouldn't be, but yeah, well done. Emerald MINESTAR moving forwards his line infantry just a bit to actually engage the crew of the Danes, which only have about 7 men left. And over here, he does have 11 out of 18, but that's more than enough to man the 2 cannons that remain. And here we go. We've got a lot of the line infantry coming over to the flanks. And where did those grenadiers go? They are way over to the side. Come on, he can take this out. Oh, it's actually turned on the line infantry, though. And there we go. He's actually broken it, so well done there. Clawing back. But over here, this cannon is still very much alive, and they have the support of the Norwegian ski troops. And here we go. We've got the Danish lines unleashing volley after volley into the flank of the Jägers. You can see that their morale is just plummeting at this point. Many men from the United Provinces have perished so far in this battle. Yeah, here comes one more volley. Should probably break them, I would say. Oh, yes. Shattered them completely. And we've actually got the Light Dragoons flanking right around. I'm not sure if they're going to go for the General's bodyguard, but if they do, that will probably see the general breaking of Emerald Minestar's army. Line infantry have broken as well. They could return, not too sure. But we've actually got another brave sally out from the 12-pounder foot artillery crew. Maybe going into melee against the Norwegian ski troops. Oh, never mind. Couple of shots and they're just getting gunned down. Not even sure if any of them will escape the battlefield alive. Oh, and is that the general? Yes, so the general was taken down by the Dragoons. So well done to RIZ there. And I think that is about the battle. Oh, and the Grenadiers over here. I'm not sure if he's going to use the grenades or not. Oh, man. Wow. Wow. And now he's just moving to the next one. Let's actually head over there and see. Might be loud, though. Oh, never mind. They actually broke before they could use the ability. So well done to Emerald MINESTAR, and well done to RIZ. And we do have another battle to take a look at. It will be their naval battle, so we will be moving to the second battle in round 1. But yeah, 499 losses versus 230 for RIZ. Looking at, I believe this is Emerald MINESTAR's forces, though. Most kills by the artillery, looks like. Actually, no, Nassau Jägers with 33. So let's go ahead and take a look at their naval battle now. Alright guys, welcome to the second battle between Emerald MINESTAR and RIZ. Emerald MINESTAR is playing as Great Britain, which is an excellent choice for naval warfare. He's got the Pidgeot 122 gun heavy first rate as his admiral. Then he has the Jamaica and Queen 74 gun third rates. He's also got the Shannon and the Rose. Shannon is a 74 gun third rate, and the Rose is a 50 gun fourth rate. He's also got the Dragon, the Aurora, and the Magnificent, who are also fourth rates with 50 guns. So he's got 4 of the fourth rates, 3 of the third rates, and the first rate. Looking at RIZ over here, who's got a very wide disbursement to his naval vessels. He's playing as the Batavian Republic, and he's got the Kempen, which is a 74 gun ship of the line. We've also got the Havoc. He has 2 bomb catches, the Gulden Zeopart and the Tergos, which is funny. It sounds like there it goes. He's also got the Zevenwalden, which is a 50 gun ship of the line. He's got the Selsdik, Soestik, and the Covertine, the 64 gun ship of the line. He's got the Alkmaar, the Bui, and I believe that covers his army. Yeah, I think that is it. So the numbers is definitely on the side of the Batavian Republic, but I think that the Great Britain Navy has larger vessels. Did we take a look at this one? No, we didn't. He actually has a small 32 gun frigate, the Radius de Haarlem. But it looks like we've got some volleys being exchanged here now. We've got the Zevenwalden 50 gun ship of the line and the Magnificent 50 gun fourth rate, so that is a pretty even fight there. But Emerald MINESTAR isn't really pursuing him. He wants to kind of keep his ships more in this line, whereas RIZ, he kind of has a little bit of the advantage because he's got his bomb catches, which have excellent range and can do good hull damage to these heavier ships from quite a distance away. But we also have the Zevenwalden. I'm going to probably slaughter a lot of these names, so I do apologize ahead of time. But the Zevenwalden is firing now at the Queen 74 gun third rate. And I believe that a couple of bomb catches, or a couple of shots from the bomb catch were shooting at the Queen as well. Nice return volley by Emerald MINESTAR, hitting the flank of the Zevenwalden. Only lost 2 crew members and 1 gun, though, so I think that is a fair trade-off. And what? We've already got one of these that has surrendered. The Magnificent 50 gun fourth rate has surrendered. Not sure why that is, because it is still a very healthy ship. Very interesting. Oh, it is on fire, though, so I don't know if the bomb catch is causing it to sink. That may be more than likely. But we do have the Dragon and the Aurora 50-gun fourth rates. They are closing in on the Bui and the Alkmaar. Only problem is these are 64-gun ship of the line, so they definitely outclass the two British vessels. We've also got the Rose over here. RIZ is very heavy on this far flank, though. He's got most of his vessels over here. And he's kind of spread out his other smaller ships. See, this 32-gun frigate is drawing the ire of the Pidgeot, which the Pidgeot is better. It's better used fighting the larger ships of the Batavian Republic, going after the 74-gun ships of the line. But whereabouts is the Admiral? Which one is the Admiral? Here we go. The Kempin. Yeah, 74-gun is the Admiral here. Oh my goodness, huge explosion there. So that is one of the ships of Great Britain sinking below the waves. And the bomb catch is still very much alive. And you can see here with Great Britain, the Aurora, the 50-gun fourth rate, it's not really in a good position. It's actually just using the two front cannons. So Emerald needs to kind of get them into more of a broadside to fire down with all of his guns on the Bui. Over here, yeah, that's much better. He's got a good broadside shot on the Bui there, and then he should be able to turn to fire at the Alkmaar. Only problem is that the Alkmaar, the Covertine, and the Havoc are all very close by, and they could easily focus down the Rose. Which one is destroyed? Actually, it looks like the Rose is routing. That's unfortunate. But it looks like these ships are kind of getting picked apart one by one. We've also got the Queen here who has surrendered. It is also on fire. And you can see that the crew members are just jumping off the sides. Unfortunately, though, it looks like none of them have taken swimming lessons. So they will all eventually drown. That is quite a sad state. Yeah, I don't think swimming was a big thing back then. And here we go. Looks like it is going to actually ram into the ship and maybe run over a couple of the crew members here. So the Batavian Admiral, really ruthless. Also getting into a good position to fire down onto the Shannon. Let's actually take a look at that. Good return volley from Emerald, though. You see that the Pidgeot has been kept almost completely out of this match going after that 32-gun frigate. It's not a very important ship at all. The Pidgeot needs to get over here and start putting down the fire on the larger Batavian Republic ships here. And yeah, this one is just getting absolutely destroyed, and it looks like this one is completely in flames now. Go. Yes, there we go. There we go. So that is the Rose, sunk below the waves. Oh no, the Rose is still there, so I don't know which ship that was. The Rose is soaking up a lot of damage, though. We've also got the Dragon, who has surrendered over here, and then we've got the Aurora that's being focused down from both sides. Looks like RIZ has flanked with the Havoc, going to get some nice shots into the one side, while the Bui gets shots into the other side. And yeah, and this is not looking good for Emerald. Shannon has routed, the Rose still routing. The Jamaica is coming in, but it is very outnumbered, and it's pretty much down to the Pidgeot at this point. And it looks like the Jamaica is actually being caught up by the Rose, allowing the Alkmaar to get some really nice shots on it as it moves over to go after the Kempin, which is the Batavian Admiral. I don't know if you can actually see the Admiral on the ships. I'd be very interested to... Oh yeah, is that this guy right here? Wow. Yeah, he does look pretty fancy. There's another guy with a kind of a pointed hat here, but I think, yeah, he's not as nice as the other one. So let's see on the... Where's the Pidgeot? Let's see if the Admiral is present here as well. So I'd assume he would be on the ship, although... Oh no, the pigeon is actually on fire. That is not good. I think it was possibly the bomb catches. And yeah, I think that is the Admiral there with his sword. Very nice. Well, awesome detail in Napoleon. But yeah, this is on fire, so this is not good. If he loses the General, or the Admiral, then it's pretty much GG for Emerald. But looks like the Shannon has surrendered, the Rose has surrendered, the Jamaica is routing, Dragon is surrendered, and the Aurora is surrendered. So I think it is just down to the Pigeon at this point. Yeah, you can see that the fire is starting to spread to the actual hull. Coming up through the floorboards as well. Can we see it through the hull here? Yeah, you can see some of the smoke. The Admiral is still there. He's not going to abandon his ship just yet. He's got a nice mustache. I think he has a monocle as well. That is pretty cool. And he's still going after this 32-gun frigate, so very valid strategy by RIZ there, pulling out one of the largest ships in Her Majesty's fleet. Oh no. Yeah, so Emerald's Admiral has perished. I believe that they're all abandoning ship now that it is on fire. And there we go, the defeat. But yeah, so he's just been running the Pigeon all around the map, chasing after this one very small ship, when it could have been used to focus down some of the larger ships there. But no worries, so let's take a look at the statistics here. So highest kills with the Shannon, but unfortunately losing 6 out of his 8 ships, whereas RIZ lost none. So thank you so much, Emerald, for joining in this tournament, and thank you very much to RIZ for partaking as well. RIZ, of course, will move on to round 2, and thank you so much, guys, for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this in the future, and as always, I will see you in the next one.